Hi, Jane and Hannah. This is Ramona. My business is Cheese Celebration. We specialize in how do you say that word?
Artisanal.
Cheese, gourmet products, cheese hampers, and grazing platters. We have a shop in Rozelle and also sell online. Our online store isn't getting enough traction and we're not growing as much as we're hoping for. People love cheese, but what stops them from buying from us? I like that.
Interesting.
Good one.
I think anyone local loves this place, but how can you make people want to travel there? Like, what is it? You get something new from France every month. Like, they probably do. Like, actually, you might actually already.
How are you going to create a queue around the corner? That should be the thing that they're thinking about, is like, how are we going to
make a queue around the corner?
How are we going to make a queue around the corner? Like, how do we get people to line up for 45 minutes on a Saturday morning?
And
because
people
actually
love queues. People see, and literally you give out a free piece of cheese, you get that queue around the corner, you put it on social media, all of a sudden everyone else wants to join that queue.
It's so true. There's a whole bunch of people out there who love cheese. There's a whole bunch of people who are selling cheese, and very similar to the flower category, right? We all love flowers, and there's a lot of people selling flowers. So the business has to be more than just about the cheese or the flowers.
Exactly, like the jars for
like
Lovely.
The jars
That's
for
how
Lovely,
I remember
right?
it.
If you zoom out from the jars, what we're really talking about is brand and the power of brand and the importance of brand. And I've said this, like, my team laugh at me at Lovely because I say over and over again, like, brand is everything. Without the brand, we are literally delivering flowers in a box. Like, we're just flowers in a box.
Yeah.
Brand is everything. Like, what do we stand for? What's our purpose? What's our personality? What do we do differently? So I'd be really thinking about, what does this business stand for outside of selling cheese? What's their thing? What's their personality? What's their vibe? What makes them different? Are they importing cheese from places that other people aren't? Like, is there a uniqueness to the product they're selling? Is there a uniqueness to their in-store environment? Like, what do they want to be famous for outside of cheese?
How can you make this a destination cheese store? So jumping on their socials, I love that Ramona makes so much content, like that she is talking about the cheese, which is great, because I think it's so hard sometimes when the founder doesn't want to talk about their products or be the face of it. You can't make them. So the fact that she loves doing it is great. But then the content is very much like, we had this cheese in and then we had this cheese in. Like, it's very, I don't think it's salesy, but it's sales focused.
Yeah.
As opposed to making it more about inspiration, value, entertainment, or education. You're not serving your cheese platter right. This is how you should do it. You know, there's so many like grazing platter businesses where the focus is, how do you make a grazing platter?
Yeah.
Even though they sell platters, they're teaching you how to do it yourself. Because often people follow it because they like watching it. They're not necessarily going to do it, or they don't always have the time. But then you're the first go-to. Just because you're giving away that free education on how to do it, you're then actually getting more followers and building a community. And then also the entertainment factor, right? I think it's just the content right now. This is what we have. It's a bit like a catalog as opposed to social media and entertainment.
I think that from a consumer point of view, I love cheese. I love cheese so much, but I'll just buy any cheese as well. I know some people are really like cheese connoisseurs, or however you say that word.
Artisanal.
Some people are really into their cheeses, but I wouldn't look, like, I look at the page and it's great. Like you said, we've got this new one, we've got this new one. I just want it to taste nice, and I want to see what pairs good with which, like, if that makes sense. More like like you said, like education, like make it more of an experience.
There's cheese in this wine, this cheese and this. And like, also, you know, when there's like, you get cheeses and there's like pears, sultanas, quince, and like truffle honey, like what actually goes with what? I actually don't know. I'm just like, I just mix it all up. Exactly.
Yeah.
And also there's one that was like, hey guys, we just got this. Are you cutting your cheese with the right knife? You could also be more clickbaity, like 90% of people don't cut cheese with the right knife, and this is what happens. You hurt the cheese. I don't know.
Yeah. It could be really fun. I feel like it's like playing into just like clickbaity stuff for sure. That would be, exactly.
How much of your marketing do you do, like gifting and digital marketing? Is digital marketing still your biggest driver?
Yeah, digital marketing is a huge driver for the business, but equally so is the brand awareness and the brand building part. Like, I think that over the long term, all of the data and research shows that brand building is the most powerful way to drive sales in the long term. There are heaps of tactical things and digital marketing things you do to drive sales today. But in terms of like really growing your market share and defending your market share, it's all about brand. She's doing lots of the right things. It's awesome that she's putting her face as the founder right there in the social feed, getting lots of behind the scenes. I think maybe she could do with thinking about understanding who her audience really is, because cheese lovers are very broad. You know, there's cheese lovers who are happy to pop down to the local grocery store and pick up whatever's on sale. And then there's cheese lovers
that take it really
cheese lovers
seriously.
really, you know, who will go out of their way on a Saturday morning to go to a specific store because they sell a specific cheese. So I think there's also a case of like trying to really understand who your audience is and creating content specifically for them.
Like who are the people that will
super
travel?
broad.
And like the destination,
totally. You know, like will travel for cheese. Like where are the travel for cheese people? And where
That
are the
is
like
your persona, your customer persona.
Yeah, we'll travel for cheese. That's our customer.
Her name
and
is Jess, and she will travel for cheese.
And we're going to make will travel for cheese t-shirts. And we're going to give them to our most local customer, most loyal customers.
Here we go.
Like I think the
we'll
whole
travel for cheese tote bags. Start a support group, which is a fan club for your own page.
There you go.
This is great.
Yes.
This is it. This is the thing.
There you go. Okay. And then just a few technical things that I found that I wanted to raise is that in her Linktree bio at the top, it's still a Mother's Day link.
Yeah.
So it's like that makes that's a waste of real estate. The top of your Linktree in your bio of your socials is the most important real estate. So that can't be something from 5 months ago. So get rid of that. There's also a Mother's Day hamper at the top of your VM, so visual merchandising on your website for your products. Get rid of that, because then that makes the whole website, you go, oh, is this dated? It's just like
they're not up and running anymore.
Like what if I put an order in and I don't get a product? So you have to get rid of that to make your website look current, especially when you're selling something like cheese, which can date, obviously. And then another thing is if you just do a quick Google search, then they came up first on Google Shopping, which is fantastic.
Amazing.
But they were the most expensive. Now, so you put in more of a fighter product, so something more affordable, so that when you're looking at all the other products in Google Shopping, you're only more expensive by like $10, $20. But what will make someone click that product? Put in like a smaller package, get people onto your website, you upsell them with an upsize. So you draw them in with the small box that still looks nice, and then you can upsell the medium large, because that's, you know, because you're offering better value for the big sizes. And then one final thing.
Love the logistic.
Yeah. So I love how they have the images. If you look at some of their competitors, there's no image when you Google. So that looks amazing. But the text just has a list of products. That's where you sell your brand. You sell the dream. So, but basically when you Google, the organic Google, I'm talking about that, the images and the text that comes up when you Google your products.
Love it.
All important.